The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Wow, this truly is impressive. The future Camp Nou, it has been christened. A show of power, prominence, prestige for Barcelona. So we're very much on the way now. Well, Jim, there have been quite a few lethal front threes down the years, but this man, Neymar, might have been a part of the best of them all.
I would say so. I mean, they won the treble in 2014-15, so it's hard to argue against that.
And in the first season, they played together too.
All three of them had great seasons, but I can't forget that game against the battle-hardened boys from Madrid, where they all scored.
Neymar got the first one, of course. The pass into him looked lucky. And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, that's a fine interception. That's put paid to the danger. Brazil with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Bergkamp. Bergkamp. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Del... Great chance! Goal! Brazil! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, sweet feet. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Knocks it into space. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Del Piero. There's alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And here's Forlan. And this is Hazard. And this is Forlan. Shoots! Well, nicely intercepted. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Now that looks a decent ball. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Neymar plays... Oh, good effort! It's hit the crossbar! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
And he's there to retrieve it. Messi makes a dash for it. Here's a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Neymar. Griezmann. And it's Rijkaard. And it's Hazard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's had it taken off him. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Forlan.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's gone out for a throw-in. that's definitely not his best. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
Brazil really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
David Villa.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rijkaard. Neymar. Tries to play it through. Neymar. He is through here. Neymar. Ball played for Rijkaard. And he's quick to return it. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Bergkamp. And it's Hazard. The ball is loose and the chase is on. And it's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Brazil looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. So straight into the second half. Brazil leading courtesy of the game's only goal.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And this is Hazard. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Now it's Neymar. It's a goal kick. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Griezmann. Neymar. Bergkamp. He's looking wide. Has crossed into the middle. Messi.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That ball looks a good one. Big chance! Off the post! And that's a sharp finish! And this is getting better and better. Neymar duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Gets his head on it! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Hazard.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Rijkaard! And the counter is on.
Este partido asciende a 96.847 espectadores.
Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. David Villa, that has been slung wide. Hazard with... Oh, great leap! And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Cambio de jugadores en Ucrania.
So changes afoot here and
Villa.
from both sides.
El dorsal 4. Casa. El dorsal 10. Griezmann.
Oh, good spread.
El dorsal 9. Serán
Brazil
sustituidos
do
por
have options
el dorsal
available on the
6.
bench if they want to go that way.
El dorsal 7. El
Messi
dorsal
quietly
22.
revving up.
El dorsal 18.
Brazil
Se
do
va
have a
cabo
chance to
cambio de
counter here.
jugadores.
Zanetti. And it's Rijkaard. And it's Olmo. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
And this is Neymar. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Pass somewhat off target. Neymar. That's Rijkaard. Neymar. That's a good ball. And Torres! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Cambio de jugadores en Ucrania. El dorsal
So a bit of a
37.
revolving door here.
Será
Lots and lots of
sustituido
changes.
por El dorsal 19.
Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, nice touch. And he's managed to get free. Rijkaard defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Fernando Torres, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Torres. Forlan. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well played, well played.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Neymar, header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Lamine Yamal is offering a wry smile there.
Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Great vision. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And here's Shevchenko. Seedorf with a fine tackle. Now it's Villa. That has not gone well. And here's Shevchenko. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Messi. Marquinhos.
Habrá 3 minutos de
Rijkaard.
descuento.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Forlan. And it's Fernando Torres. Dani Olmo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, good climb! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And that will be the final act. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift.
Haaland! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Brazil have it back and can go again. Del Piero.
Well, Alessandro Nesta turns defence into an art form. If you like your defenders slick and quick, this is the man.
Yeah, no, I'm right in saying he started out as a fullback.
Yeah, I think he may have begun his career as a full-back, but he became a central colossus.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bergomi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Del Piero. Vieira. And it's Azar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now it's Haaland. This ended up in no man's land. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Hazard. Some really good ball movement. Chance! And the ball's come loose here. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Neymar. Bergomi is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Passing is crisp and sharp. Brazil, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's Vieira. And here's Messi. It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side. Messi.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Del Piero. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Aims beyond the defence. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. That looks a good ball through.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Rice. Now it's... Tries a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Now it's Haaland. Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Incoming delivery. And he's taking no chances there. Milan have reclaimed it. And here's Haaland. Messi. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. This looks promising. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Del Piero showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Rice. And here's Haaland. And it's Messi. Out towards the flank. Takes aim and... Hazard! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Nesta cuts it out. Azar. Looking for the run. Vieira. Oh, there's a probing ball. Messi. Oh, some astute defending there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Del Piero. Neymar. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Looking to play him in.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Rice can so cleverly bypass the press. referee says that is that for the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we get things going again.
Brazil really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
That's a little off target. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Lahm. Beckenbauer. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Hazard. Great vision. Now it's Neymar. Hazard. Tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Oh, that's neat. In by Messi. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And it's Messi. And here's Hazard. Shot, surely!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
And he's picked it up out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Best will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cross flung in towards the middle. Cleared without hesitation. Vieira. And shifted it to the flank. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Del Piero under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Hazard looking to be a menace in the final third. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. And it's Hazard. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, sweet feet. Rummenigge, good purposeful running this. Rummenigge proves just a little bit too strong. Rummenigge. Can he get on the end of this? No, that pass has been well intercepted. Rice. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Milan really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he whips it in. Thuram tries to clear. Del Piero. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And he was quick to react. Quality ball. And here's Hullet. Rice gets flagged offside.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 41.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Lasciano il campo per il numero 20. Seedorf. Il numero
5 minutes left on the clock.
Un cambio.
Rummenigge charging forward, the ball at his feet. He'll try from distance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Rummenigge really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That is a little undercooked. There's the shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Has he won it? He just might have won it! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
And that is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Signore e signori, chiunque abbia parcheggiato.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. OK, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
And this is Kane. No way through. He's a sharp little ball here. It's Kane! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Kane clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Burkina Faso with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And he can clear it away. That's going across goal.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Pass somewhat off target. Messi has the space to scheme. Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That's been cut out, well played. Knocks it into space. And this is Neymar. Neymar takes a shot! Goal! Brazil! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Burkina Faso finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, great chance! And Del Piano! Neymar! Off the post! Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Kane, spread to the right. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Neymar finds himself offside. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Looking for options for movement. Rodri. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Neymar. That is good alertness. Messi.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Not the most accurate pass. Alexander-Arnold. Yamal. And that pass just didn't quite work. Messi. Defending was strong and firm. And this is Neymar. Camavinga. And Alexander-Arnold. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Neymar is in a really good position out wide. He's got away. And a chance! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolute... And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, James Rodriguez. He's just got a wonderful left foot, it's as simple as that. He could put the ball on a sixpence from 50-plus yards, or whip in a cross right onto the toe of a striker. Needless to say, he's also got an eye for a spectacular goal or two himself, so this defence won't be giving him much time on the ball if they want a positive result out of this.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Zanetti making good progress on the right-hand side, and it's Messi. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Del Piero. Del Piero! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Brazil are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Looking to play him in. Messi.
Messi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough?
It's James! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And this is Del Piero. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Seedorf clears without hesitation. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Nicely shaped ball. And this is Neymar. Tries a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Brazil restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed.
Del Piero! Tries to get it clear. That is good alertness. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, nearly, but not quite. That's a sharp pass.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Maldini tries to clear. And that should get the job done. Takes the shot! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Van Bronckhorst probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And that's been won straight back. Messi running with the ball. Now it's Neymar. Can he get on the end of this? And that could set him on his way. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Stam gets across to intercept that. Vieira is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Yaya Toure. Oh, that's well spotted. Van Bronckhorst. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Varane cuts out the pass. Van Bronckhorst. And it's Del Piero. And here's Ibrahimovic. Seedorf. Quality ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Threads one in. Messi receives it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And that is the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far, so it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Teremos uma substituição.
The second half then, just getting going.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That'll be a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Oh, good take in a good area. That has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Paris Saint-Germain have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Van Bronckhorst, he's picked his way through. He's having a shot! Kvaratskhelia finds himself offside. And here's Neymar. Van Bronckhorst. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. The most accurate pass. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Yeah. Great vision. Van Bronckhorst. There's the header! Against the crossbar. It's a pretty loose pass. Azar! Good try, very good try in fact.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Brazil choosing to make the first change.
Camisa 21, Neymar. Camisa 4, deixando o campo para a entrada.
That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Brazil perhaps contemplating their next change here. He's found the way. It's Azar! Kovacic.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, no joy this time. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Towering header! And he's there to get it away. Yeah, they've got that defending done well between them. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Kovacic. Van Bronckhorst looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Tries one from range! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Stam kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bale tries to play it through. Zanetti. That is great defending, so alert. Paris Saint-Germain have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ended up in no man's land. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Kvaratskhelia! That's really well manoeuvred. Now that's well seen too. Van Bronckhorst. He's going for goal! And that's a real chance missed.
Van Bronckhorst fully appreciates that. He could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Ambitious ball here. Zanetti venturing down the left. And this is Drogba. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Brazil do have a chance to counter here. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Neymar. That's good running with the ball. Now, who's going to be first to this? Engages and forces him off the ball. Quick look, then plays it in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's gone for goal! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Paris Saint-Germain, and a neat finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Paris Saint-Germain have surely won it. And time is up. Brazil were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Brazil desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, David Alaba. One of the most versatile players out there. He's just got so much positional awareness and intelligence. He can basically do a job anywhere on this pitch. He's got fabulous technique too, especially with his delivery in and around the area. He'll be eyeing up any set plays the opposition concede in that defensive third.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now somewhat off target. Now it's Messi. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Zanetti. That is good progress on the left. And they're quick to get it back. Messi. Mateus. Rijkaard. Neymar. Nearly, but not quite.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Neymar. Picked out brilliantly. Good read, needed to be. And here's Raul. And he is deftly away. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Cafu. That has not gone well. Brazil yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Neymar. Showing good feet. Decent chance! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ball looks a good one. Akanji is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Seedorf cuts out the pass. Messi could move up a gear here. It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard looking to play him in, and he's managed to get free. Mateus aims beyond the defence. Zanetti is flagged offside. Cafu. And he's quick to snatch it back. Nicely weighted ball. Alaba calmly anticipates. Gerrard. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. And here's Batistuta. Knocks it into space. Seedorf goes long. Raul unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Stood up well to him there. Neymar. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Mateus powering forward here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Del Piero. That's cause for mild irritation. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Zanetti. And Mateus. Oh, it's a great ball here. Can he get it through?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Raul. And he's intervened well there. Looking for the run. And no, that was never going to make it. And that brings the first half to a close. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. So straight into the second half.
Brazil really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point. Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Quality ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a promising position. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Mateus. Zanetti. Shapes to shoot!
Zanetti really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Oh, well played, well played. Seedorf can clear it away. They play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Now this could be a chance. Messi is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot, and that was nowhere near his best. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. He's got away, and Messi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, what goes for a shot! So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Batistuta. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now, can they get him away? He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Akanji. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Looking for options for movement. And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Mateus with a real... Mateus! Oh, it's a beauty! About as smooth as it gets. It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
That pass isn't the best. Rizal! Oh, how good is he! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And this is getting better and better. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Manchester United, and that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.